5th of January, and here we are. Like a lot of you guys are still stuck at the same spot you started in 2024, whether it was losing weight, whether it was starting a business, whether it was executing on an idea, whatever that was. You're stuck at the same spot. There's no progression, no progression. I don't know what it is. I think maybe, like, we all have ideas. Whenever a new year starts, or whenever, let's say, we are like 1 month away from the New Year's, we're like, okay, you know what? I want to execute on this new idea, or I want to start this new project, or I want to commit to this new one thing, whatever that is, but I'm going to do it next year when January starts. I'm going to do it then. But then what happens? Now the New Year starts and you're still thinking. The thing is, I think a lot of us, we listen to all the negative voices in our mind. The more we listen to the negative voices in our mind, the more we move away from whatever we wanted to start, whatever that is. Just the secret sauce is this: you have to do it. You just got to do it. You just got to commit to yourself and say, okay, like, you know what? I'm going to start, let's say, this business. What's the first? The first step is, okay, I'm going to go get the name registered, and then we're going to figure out the rest. What ends up happening otherwise is, like, a lot of guys are going to say, okay, you know what? I want to start a business, and in this business, this is the cost of the registration of the name. This is the cost of renting a place. This is the cost of inventory. This is the cost of the pays, the licenses. So you start to overburden yourself with all these things that are going to happen down the road. And then you're like, you know what? This isn't a good idea after all. So I can only talk about myself. So my best way of how I started my businesses and how I executed on ideas was that I chose a name, got the name registered. Once the name is registered, now we're going to figure out the rest slowly, piece by piece. For example, so we're looking at a new location for our office, offices, because we're running multiple things. We're looking for a new location. And as I'm looking at the new location, I know my first step is to secure the location. Renovation comes after that. We're going to figure out the renovation. Renovation comes after that. And then I'm going to think about it. I don't even know what the renovation cost is going to be. I don't even know what the utility bill is going to be. But you know what's going to happen? This is how you learn. This is how you grow. You grow because you put yourself in difficult situations and then you figure it out. If you can't figure it out, then maybe this isn't for you. That's the thing. But you eventually figure it out. No one's going to figure things out for you. You gotta understand this. Like, this last year was the toughest year for me. I'm not gonna say it's the toughest year, but financially we took a lot of fucking hits. We took a lot of hits, and whose back do the things fall? Always. The things always fall on your back. The one who's leading the ship, the one who's rowing the life, the one who's the main character in their life. Things always fall on your back. This is only for those people who are looking to really make a difference this year. So when you move into 2026, you have something already running which you're proud of. Something you can say, okay, you know what? I started this in 2025, and now it's gonna go into 2026 and it's gonna follow me there. But if you keep on thinking, you keep on being lazy, you keep on looking for that perfection, it's never gonna work. Because I know a lot of great guys that are out there, you have great ideas, but the thing is, you guys look and wait for perfection. There's no such thing as perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect idea or a perfect video or a perfect post. There's no such thing like that. You get better with time. You know what I do? My favorite way of speaking, like, this is actually the first take. There are no second, third, fourth takes. My favorite way to do this is that whenever I used to record a video or a post or like whatever voiceover, I used to re-listen to it. I'm going to post it and then I'm going to re-listen to it thinking that, okay, what parts could I have emphasized more? What parts could I have really made more relevant? What were those things? So now when I speak, I know which parts to emphasize, which parts to bring my tone down, So these things you learn as you post, as you re-listen to yourself, and as you just get better, So at the end of the day, it's the 5th of January, 2025. 5 days have gone by. What have you done in those 5 days? What have you done? What was really the purpose of this new year? This new year, apart from the fact that it's all man-made, the purpose of this new year is to really execute on the things you wanted to execute on. If you're going to say, oh, I'm going to start from Monday or next Monday, and then the January is going to go by, then I'm going to start it next month, February or March, or I'm going to start in Q2 of 2025 or Q3 in 2025, man, you then deserve the life you're living right now. You literally deserve that life. Whatever life you think you have and it's shit and it has to change, you deserve that. Because the way you relax on your dreams is the way how life is going to relax on you. And you're going to see every other person just zoom by you. Not a lot of people are going to be able to zoom by you because the 90%, they don't want to take any risks. But the 10% that you do know are just going to zoom by you, you know? So get real with your life. Get real with your children, your parents, you know? Like, get real. Time will not come back. All this time you wasted, let's say the whole 2024, you wanted to start something. You wasted that entire year. And to you now, it feels like this. If you start something now, I can tell you with 100% certainty, if you start something now, even if it's on the side hobby, by the time this year ends, it's going to feel like, and then you're going to look back and say, man, thank God I listened to Raja or whoever you listen to. Thank God I started this at the start of the year. But if you don't, it's just going to be another year of you doing fuck all, nothing. So you got to act now. Have a great year.